Well, listen, here's a better way to search your drums. Just go into your expansions folder, click a pad, make sure that it's lit. This is in 2.15.1. Make sure that it's lit, and then just type in kick. When you type in kick, the search feature will help you go through a bunch of different files that you never used before. What's going on, guys? It's your brother O.T.G. The O.T.G's for Overtime Grind. Hardly seen, but I'm always around. And today, I just got the MPC one. I want to tell you a little quick efficiency tip. Some of you guys might know it, some of you might not. But you can utilize your search feature, and that will help you go through some of your sounds on your MPC. A lot of people are utilizing the drum program. They just load up a program and you're stuck with the sounds that you have. When in reality, you could just type in there what you're looking for. Like I just typed in clap. And now I could go through all the claps. And now each time that I select one of the expansions, it'll show all the claps that are available. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, comment. Make sure you hit the notification bell. Make sure you support everything I got going on. 365 O.T.G on all social media. Yeah, so one of the tips that I noticed, and I watch a lot of YouTube videos, and I see people load up their kits all the time, and people just kind of load up kits. I do it, But one of the things I do in reality when I'm not on camera, I build my drums. Almost every beat that I make, I build a new drum kit, and most of the time is because I search my drums. Just like right now, sometimes I could load up a kit. I like those sounds. So if you didn't know, the sounds you hear in the preview are supposed to be all the sounds that are inside of that kit. Now, sometimes you load up a kit, you get some good sounds. Sometimes you could get right to it just how I did right now. I got a kick, we got a snare, we got a hi-hat, we got open hi-hat. Now, let's say I want to search 808s. You know what I mean? I could go in there, I could type in 808, and then I could go through each expansion that I have and just kind of find the 808s and build my own kit. So essentially I could have a kick from one expansion, a hi-hat from another expansion, a 808 from another expansion, and build my own drum kit directly the way I like. So, I don't really use this gold dust that much, but hey, there's some 808s in here. I didn't even think there would be 808s in there, but there's 808 in there. Let's use that. It's pretty easy to build your kits, and you could get a little more selective with your drum kit. You get what I mean with your drum program, because now you could save everything in maybe the first 8 pads if you only want 8 drum sounds, and then leave your top 8 sounds open for samples, loops, or anything else, Searching hat, searching Congo. But see, if you make a silly mistake, like I put Congo in there, like we're not searching for the country in Africa, we searching for the Congo, the drum or the percussion. So, sometimes if you don't know what you're searching for, you could just start to put a letter in there. If you want to be direct, the way that it works is it's just searching for the word. And so I'm going to load that up, and then, we could load let's type in just HH for hi-hat and get another third hi-hat in there. You know, and now we got a makeshift kit. Now, when you do this, none of it's set on a mute group. I'm not going to put it on a mute group. What I'm going to do is go to my drum effects. So I'm going to go to the last touchscreen part on the bottom right, and then I'm going to hit that to the second slot, and now we're in drum effects. I'm going to use the soft clipper to turn up my sounds. So, you know, we got a couple hi-hats, some things in there. They're a little bit loud. You know, before you go to effects, you could go to your drum effects and you can apply, you know, a soft clipper, a gain, a couple other filters. Let's go ahead and color these pads though. So I'm going to set it to single pad. I'm going to make my kick red, make my make my snares and claps yellow, hi-hats orange, percussion blue, 808 green. You know, follow the standard color protocol. You can make yours whatever you want. So now I know I have my bottom pads lit. I know what's on what pad. You know, so now another quick tip. You know, for you guys who know how to do it, you know, good for you. But you could apply this on MPC3. You know, just go ahead, grab your sample, and an easy, fast way to get started with your sample is just go ahead and select it in regions. You know what I mean? Like what I could do, what I should have done is selected 8 regions and then just applied it to these pads. You get what I mean? But instead, what I wanted to do is I wanted to have finer chops. So one, I'm going to go in, get rid of that, press process, and discard. So we get rid of that, do some housekeeping. Now I'm just going to go straight over to regions. And then I'm going to hit my pads and see about how long of a time I have. So I like a certain kind of length of my samples, and that's how I select my regions. It's up to you what you do. But, you know, if you want to get a quick chop and get kind of some chops that you wouldn't normally get, but have it split kind of evenly in a way that will give you different options, but kind of get you right to the beat making, you know, go ahead and try chopping your stuff up in regions and then just selecting an arbitrary number. You know, go through, see what chops you got, see if you like it. You know, if you like it, go ahead, bounce it down, and now you're off to the races. You know, this is non-MPC3, so I'm going to use the same program multiple times on multiple tracks. You know, I'm going to lay down my snare on track 1. I'm going to go ahead and name it snare. We're going to go to track 2. And we're going to try to find the sample. You know, I like the 2.15.1 workflow. I have my workaround. You can see that. You know, I'll also make another video and show you guys the same workflow in MPC3. You can see I have the MPC1 right next to this one. I got them both on the table today. I think that's how I'm going to work because I like a little bit of both. So I'm going to use 3.0 sometimes and 2.15 other times. 2.15 I'm going to do all the work in, build my drum programs, build everything up, you know, chop my samples, do everything in it, and then just transfer it over or record it in and then kind of do it the long way. You know, I'm also working on an album, so I have the Verse Lab where certain things I'm going to just build the beat out in the Verse Lab, sample them from the MPC ones into the Verse Lab, and then record my songs that way. I'll tell you how that workflow goes. But right now we have our sample, and so we're just going to continue to build out. It's something I'm going to miss from the 2.15.1. It's why I'm going to keep one of my MPCs on this workflow, because I like this workflow a lot. You know, you can get straight to the beats. In order to do the same workflow in 3.0, you would have to use MIDI synths. And even then, you won't have the ability to do some things like I'm doing right now with the hi-hats, playing different pitches and different things on its own track. You know, so for all my 2.15.1 people holding strong, you know, don't make the move. You won't have this ability anymore. It's officially dead in 3.0. You know, right now we just moving through the tracks, tracking it out in real time. I'm probably not going to finish this beat. You know, one of the things I just wanted to come in and show you the search feature. You can see how fast we got a sample cooking. You know, so the main points of this video: remember to use your search feature. Remember to color your pads. Try out using the regions as a way to chop your samples. And then don't forget that you got drum effects. You know, I could go on long rants about 2.15 or 3.0. I like them both. You know, the core of what I do, I still like 2.15. But whether you're in 3.0 or 2.15, search for your drum samples. Try using regions to chop your samples. Make sure you color your drum pads and save your drum programs. And make sure you're using your drum effects. You get what I mean? You can see, make sure you're using your track effects, your program edit, your track edit. Make sure you're using your drum effects. You know, I can't preach it enough. It's one of the most important screens on the MPC. It's program/track edit. Make sure you get familiar. And with that, like, share, subscribe, comment. Hopefully you found some value in this video. Drop in the comments if this helped you out, if this is a workflow you use, or if this is something that you never used before. You know, for all you guys who know everything and watch videos just to get content ideas, hopefully that helped you out. Go ahead, drop a like too. You know, and it's your brother O.T.G.